Hi, today we are going to have another episode of how to stay young, healthy and fit forever. The last time we have introduced to you about my book and how I have started writing my book and how I exercise for the last about 27 years and have maintained my body without any problem in my health and having a lot of energy and a lot of strength and looking much younger than my own age of 50 plus. So today we will be having another episode. Here we will be talking about the habits, then about the attitude. Because you see, habits, whatever we do every day is our habits. If we have been doing the same habit, then we will be having the same physical outlook, same physical and mental outlook. So we need to change. Let us look here. So thoughts, whatever we think become words. Thoughts become words. Then words becomes actions. So whatever we are speaking, after some time it has to come as action. It has to come out as action. Then actions, if we keep on doing the same action every day, every now and then, it is turned into habits. Then habit, if you have a certain habit, it will show your character. So habits give us character, and this character is not very easy. The character will decide your destiny. So whatever we will achieve in our future, whatever we will achieve today, it is because of our habits, and from there destiny has to come, right? So thoughts become words, words become actions, actions become habits, and habits becomes character, and a person's character will show his or her destiny. It really gives where he will reach in his future life. So first of all, what we need to see is that discipline, and that is the essence of healthy life. So if you want to be healthy, you should have a certain discipline. Then eat what others don't like is what people used to say, like eat what other people doesn't like. What is it? Nowadays a lot of food are coming up in the market, fast foods, oily and fried, and having a lot of spices and all these things available in the market. Every nook and corner you can get in the marketplace. You can get them, and you can get them by even online ordering. So eat what others don't like means you have to do something. What we have been doing for centuries, we have been eating our home food. So we have to come back to home food instead of all these fast foods. Do what others don't do. There's something which I picked up from what people used to tell amongst each other. Now the idea behind this is this: whenever you go to any metropolis or to your local city, town, wherever, you'll find early in the morning or any time in a day, very few people work out. Physical activities very few people do. You can see in the gym and also in the in the parks and other sports arena and other places. You'll find very few people working out. So say out of thousands and thousands of people, if only few hundreds work out, then these few hundreds will be having good health. Others won't have. That is the idea. Now, culture, a regular habit. So whenever, as a doctor, if I ask my patients that what time do you sleep, so it really gives something, actually a simple question like when do you sleep? What time do you sleep in a day? Every day, what time you go to sleep? No, some people say sometimes 9, sometimes 10, 11, sometimes 1 or 2 as he likes or she likes, then that really shows his character. Like, say, certain habits. These habits are going to show that what he is going to gain from his daily habits regarding his health. So a cultural regular habit, you should have a regular time for food, regular time for workout, regular time for sleep, because our body has got its own hormonal maintenance, and all these hormonal maintenance have got their own time. For example, when you are passing your time when you're supposed to eat, you feel certain some hunger in your stomach, you feel something, sometimes a pain, a hunger pain, like that. So what is it? It is caused by certain enzymes and some hormones and all these things which are released from our body. So these are really showing us and giving us that this is the time that you're going to eat. This is the time in which you have been eating. Now you are not eating. So that is it. So a regular habit is very much important. Now, whenever a patient comes to me as a doctor, they usually expect some magical treatment. And I will go to a doctor for something, some ailment, and he'll write a prescription, and I'll be okay. But health as such, the magic lies not in the doctor, but in you, yourself. So magic lies in oneself, ourselves. So we have to bring the magic out from our own self, so that will become healthy. That is it. So magic is in you and not in others. Now, never feel that doctors' medicines are good for health. So I used to tell my patients, do you think that doctors' medicines are going to, make you healthy? I may cure you for certain ailment. From certain ailment, I may cure you, but I will not be able to make you healthy, because being healthy is your business, not mine. So, see, if you think that doctors' medicines give you good health, then as a doctor, sometimes I have got a lot of free, samples, medicines to be given to certain patients to be tried. No, I may get a lot of these, I may just sit and eat, but that is not going to bring good health for me. That is why never feel that doctors' medicines are good for health. I used to tell, doctors' medicines are all chemicals. And all chemicals, they may not be good to our health. They may be poison sometimes. That is why never think that going to a doctor and being treated by a doctor will do a magic in you and you will become very much alright. Then medical treatment is not an answer to your health. There's something you need to know. Medical treatment is not an answer to your health. No way. So when you feel hungry, what do you take? This is a question I always ask my friends. When you feel hungry, what do you take? Say, for example, these things, like bakery foods, then, all the biscuits, then sometimes chocolates, then buns, all bakery items, Or say, soft drinks, carbonated drinks, and packaged foods, wafers and potato chips, or even tea and biscuits. Okay, but you need to have a bite on these fruits. So whenever you go to your room, you go back to your home, you look into your refrigerator, what it is stocking. If it is keeping stocks of all these items that you can see here, all these bakery items, these fast food items, wafers, potato chips and all, then biscuits, then they are not going to give good health to you. But you have to put these fruits in your refrigerator, and it's boiled vegetables. The vegetables can be boiled and or steamed, and you can have them, you can keep them in the refrigerator every day. In the morning you can just steam them and keep them, and they last for a long time, and they're very good for health. Then shallots. Shallots are very good for health. Then if you can put boiled vegetables, boiled meat, whichever you like. You can put in a salad and you can tag it, and it will be a great nutrition. It will give a lot of nutrition to you. So when you feel hungry, don't crave for all the items which are readily available and bought from the market, but you prepare yourself something. Like if you are not able to prepare, you don't have time, then keep this fruits, sometimes some boiled vegetables, some salads. You can just take them, munch them whenever you feel hungry. Which activities you do more? Next, in the habits, which activities you do more? Say watching TV, all families together watching TV after say dinner or maybe before dinner, when you are coming back home, and just whenever you have a free time, just staying in the couch and just watching TV. Then working on your mobile or computer or laptop, then playing games. Then social networking like Facebook, then Twitter, whatnot, Instagram, all these things. Then YouTube, watching YouTubes, and all this social networking. Are you having giving lots of time into this, or working in a computer, or as a part of your work you sit in a shop or a departmental store, or say you're working in an office which demands you to sit most of the time, say from 9 to 5 or maybe more. You have to keep on sitting in your office. So you have to look in your daily routine. What is your activities you do more? Just like people used to say, nowadays even research papers are telling that, research works are telling that sitting, just relaxing and lying in a couch or sitting and doing things when you're sitting, jobs when you're sitting, it is as bad as smoking, as bad as smoking. So you have to be very careful about looking at your activities, and you have to put something in there. So which activities you do more? Is continuation of the last one. Here you are finding all outdoor activities like say canoeing, rowing, doing pilates, yoga, just running around and skiing and trekking, or gardening at home, kitchen gardening, and gardening as a hobby. Or you can do all the household chores, all the household work. Most of the time you are cleaning your house, vacuuming, then washing clothes, and doing all the kitchen work and all. So this is also not bad, Then going for a picnic and all. So these are some other activities that you must be doing or you are doing. Then how many times and how many hours in a week you do, and how many hours you sit. You keep on sitting and watching TV and all. You have to find out, and you have to write it down and find out how much of the time you are putting in more of sedentary habits, and how much hours you are putting in these physical activities and outdoor activities. You need to find out. Then do you play any games or sports? Some people play badminton, table tennis. Then some are taking part in the athletics, different types of athletics. Then some are working out in the swimming pool and swimming as a hobby, or even as a part of some exercise. So all these games and sports, you ask yourself whether you do this, or you do have the facilities to do them, even if you are not doing till now. Okay. Next, which is your choice? There are many choices. Like if you go to an office, do you drive your own car, or do you go by a bike? You go to office on a bike, riding a bike, Or you ride, instead of motorcycle, you ride a cycle, no, cycle bike, manual. Then do you go by public conveyance and you walk? So this you have to see also. Then say when you are having a choice of the lift and the stairs, which one do you choose? A flight of stairs or going by lift? See, for myself, I always try to go by flight of stairs, by stairs, instead of going by lift. It really gives us a freshness and exercise and moving when you're living in or staying in a hotel or somewhere. If you're confined to a room and you don't have any workout routine, then you can take this. And even if you're working in an office, if you have the facility of a lift and a staircase, you can always take the help of the staircase so that you can have some workout. So which is your choice is also quite important. Now, which are your habits? See, drinking. Most of the people, nowadays they drink alcohol. Now, drinking alcohol, sometimes people drink alone, as it becomes a habit, So, drinking, then smoking, taking pan, taking quinine, or tobacco chewing. So, all these habits is best avoided. If you are drinking also, moderate drinking or social drinking will be better. I don't say that completely you should stop drinking, and taking pan I think is best avoided. And the smoking, I think it is one of the worst thing that you can do, because maybe for those people who are smoking, I may be offending you or whatever. But you see, we are just like fish in water. If the water is dirty, fish dies. Just like that, we are living in air. In environment is air. We are inhaling air 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If the air surrounding us, or even the air that I inhale, it is polluted, then definitely it is going to do a lot of harm to myself. Then regarding alcohol, regarding the metabolism, that the alcohol metabolism really creates a lot of stress on the liver, and it is quite harmful to liver cells. So if somebody is drinking alcohol very frequently, it can cause a lot of stress and harm on the liver. And the liver as such is the powerhouse of all our metabolism regarding food, then digestion and assimilation and doing work and all these things. So naturally, liver is a very important organ. So if something goes wrong in the liver, you definitely will not live long. So we have to think about all these habits. Now, which drink when you're thirsty? This is also quite important, you see. Do you, when you are thirsty, do you go for a carbonated drink like Coca-Cola or any, canned fruit drinks, like whatever is available in the market, or you go for a beer? Now summer is coming, and maybe many people may crave for chilled beer. So now, then milk. Do you go for milk when you are very hungry or thirsty? Then, or you go for fresh juice, which you prepare at home, like say lemon press or lime press. You can take some lemon and divide it in half, and you can squeeze it and drink it along with water. It is quite refreshing. So which one do you usually take when you're thirsty, or just plain water? One thing I want to suggest is that chilled water is, and even for that matter, ice creams and cold drinks, they are not very good for the stomach. Because as such, in the stomach, we want warm foods to be put in the stomach so that the stomach will be happy. But another thing is that all these cold drinks have got a lot of sugar and other chemicals like salt. Then, packaged fruits, they are also not as fresh fruit juice. So they may be having some preservatives and coloring matters, and who knows how long they have been being kept. So just imagine you have prepared one fruit juice today in the morning, and if you try to drink in the evening, do you think that though you are keeping in a refrigerator, they are having the same taste? You please check. Most of the time you don't. So naturally, what we have in this package, there are certain preservatives which keep them not destroyed, or say not changed from their present state, but that may be harmful to our body also. So naturally, when we want to drink, the best is the fresh drink, fresh fruits, fresh milk, fresh water, then fresh lime juice, whatever. So I think you need to change from this packaged things and alcoholic drinks like beer, then the Coca-Cola, this carbonated drinks. Then instead you have to use this fresh fruits juice. Do you sacrifice your sleep often? Now we are, regarding habit, we are coming to sleep. Do you sacrifice your sleep very often? Now let us see, when you're watching, nice TV programs in the middle of the night. So you may have to, sacrifice your night sleep. Then night parties. Then theater. Now in Imphal and Manipur also we are having Sumang Lila. These are the open air theaters which are being shown sometimes very late at night. So what happens is that if you are going to remove your sleep time into doing all these activities, watching all these, and another thing is working late at night and even reading late at night, do you think that all these are very beneficial to your health? And my answer is definitely not. And regarding reading, I want to tell you that when I was in a medical institution, when I was a teenager, late teenager, and going to medical college, I used to read quite a lot. Sometimes sleeping only 3 hours a night. I used to read quite a lot, I wanted to be a topper in the class. I was at one time. But what exactly it brings up? It brings up a lot of problems. For health problems for myself, because sleeping only 3 hours is not going to do much good to your brain and also to your health. So naturally, this regarding this will be coming later in this episode regarding sleep. So all these activities, it is best avoided. So please don't sacrifice your sleep. What is your food habit? This is McDonald's. Do you go to a McDonald's or some other fast food for your lunch or dinner frequently? Or to a KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken outlet? Or you go to a restaurant or eat outside frequently? Or you order your food through online ordering stores? Or you make you prepare your own dinner or lunch at home? This is the question. What is your food habit? The best one, as you know, is the homemade food. Everyone knows. Otherwise, you may have to go to a restaurant where some food which are akin to your food that you take at home can be got. Otherwise, just ordering foods online, then going to a fast food restaurant or like a McDonald's. I'm not mentioning anyone by name. It's better not to. But you see, all these, I don't think it's going to create a good thing on your food habits. So how much do you eat? This is the next question. How much do you eat? Some people eat quite a lot. You see, some people just cannot stop eating. So if something is good, they keep on taking a lot of helpings, Then some keep on taking very frequent meals or in between bites. Some people are taking, and some people take it moderately. So moderate, food habits. Then some people do a lot of fasting, like say, no, I won't take food in the say daytime or nighttime, whichever. I have seen many of my friends not taking food in the morning because they are busy doctors, they don't have time to eat. And they feel themselves very heavy taking meals in the morning, so they don't take. They skip the meals in the morning and eat quite a lot in the night. I don't think that is also a very good habit. But these things, then intermittent fasting for weight loss. Some people are very obsessed about their weight and they do a lot of intermittent fasting. There are a lot of papers written on this, whether this is beneficial or harmful, whatever. There are both sides of the coin, and many people are debating on that. But frankly speaking, as a part of this takeaway from my talk, I don't think fasting is good either, and also to eat quite a lot. So the best would have been to eat moderately, and yes, about 3-4 meals in a day, not at one go. It's cultural regular habit that we have to some extent. In the beginning we have mentioned about a regular habit. The regular habit is very important. Most people do not have regular routine. You see, most people do not have regular routine, and I have already told in the beginning that we are controlled by a lot of hormones and our mechanisms in our body. They need a certain timing, So most people do not have regular routine. That's not a very good thing. No fixed time for meals. People don't have fixed time for meals. Eat whatever they like and whenever they like, Then drink wine, beer, coke, whatever amount they like, without any limitations and restrictions. They just keep on enjoying. Then sleep whenever they like, whenever they feel like they sleep, whether in the daytime or nighttime or early or late, it doesn't matter. It depends upon the whim of the person from day to day. But they expect miracle cure from a doctor. When something goes wrong, they come to a doctor, and they expect a miracle cure. Is it possible? It is not. So we should have a regular habit. We should think about ourselves. As I have already told you in the beginning, that health is our topic, not a doctor's. It is our responsibility, not a doctor's. So we should have a regular habit. We should sleep in a regular time. We should eat in a regular time. We should not glut. We should not eat too much. And we should not fast too much also. We should be taking, moderate food and in 3 to 4, times a day. And these are the habits I would like to, impress on you. That we always get 4 when we put 2 and 2 together. So we keep on multiplying 2 and 2, but we don't want the result to be 4 all the time. Say, for example, if you want the result to come out as 50, then you have to multiply 2 by something else so that it will become 50. It's not it. But we do the same thing, whatever, no fixed time, no fixed, time of eating, no fixed time of drinking, whatever, sleeping, and eat whatever we like, do whatever we like, but we still expect our health to be good. That's not possible. So we need to change. So we always expect different results after doing the same thing. So from today onwards, if you want to be healthy, you need to change. First thing, that's why instead of coming directly to the different exercises and the regimes that we'll be talking later, I first bring out these habits and attitude in my second epichart. So want a change in your looks. Do you want a change in your looks? You want to look young, you want to look, bright and healthy. So change your lifestyle for the better. Change your thinking. Because our thinking is going to bring us our actions. If our thinking is changed, then our actions will be changed. So positive attitude. If we have a positive attitude, the positive energy, it is good for health. Negative energy is harmful to health. Then a smile begets a smile. When you smile and you get a smile back, and smile releases endorphins and serotonin and keeps you, feeling better. Then smile lights up the whole world, right? Then a frown gives a gloomy environment. So if you keep on frowning at others also, the others won't smile back at you. So you smile, lights up the world. A number of muscles in the frown is much more than number of muscles in the smile. So when you smile, it lights up the world, it gives less energy, less stress, and you remove your stress. So better to smile. It costs nothing. Take a break and change the scene. Take a family holiday. Go for a weekend holiday. Go for a picnic. Go for trekking. Go for fishing trip. Start a hobby. Hum a song and sing aloud in the bathroom. You can go to the bathroom and sing aloud. Nobody will be, disturbing you. And you can enjoy yourself. That is it. First thing is avoid confrontation. Words once spoken cannot be taken back. You cannot take back whatever you have spoken. So you think, we may have to eat our words and repent. So our words that which we will be speaking, we may have to eat it back, and we may have to repent. So better think before you speak. Speak nothing that may hurt anyone. Words spoken always comes back with interest. This is what I used to tell, that words spoken always comes back with interest. If you tell some good thing about some people, it comes back with interest. It gives a good thing to others. If you tell some bad thing, a negative, opinion about somebody, that comes back to you, and definitely don't think that nobody will know it. Everyone will come to know about that, and it's a very embarrassing situation later on. So better to control your tongue. Now, solving problems is always better than creating a problem. Avoid thinking about a problem which cannot be solved. There are certain problems in our life which cannot be solved. Like say, for example, say you don't have a time. People used to tell, I don't have a time. And this not having a time, we have to find time. But there are something which you cannot leave. So you should not think about that all the time. There are some problems which cannot be solved. It's better that we stop thinking about that. Problems that cannot be solved create much stress, and take help from family, friends, and relatives. When you're having a problem, talk with friends, reduce your stress, because talking to somebody definitely reduces your stress. And avoid thinking about something which you cannot change. So you see, I have been telling some of my patients coming to me with the tinnitus that is ringing in the ear. There are certain ringing sounds in the ear which cannot be cured, and it is one of the most difficult symptom in a person coming to an ENT doctor. So sometimes, if we cannot change it, I used to tell my patient that you get habituated with that. We may not be able to change it. I used to tell a story, just like, for example, there is a rice mill of a friend, just your neighbor. He keeps on running the rice mill because it is his, means of living, means of livelihood, and you cannot, stop him from doing that. But you will be having some sound from there, some noise, you will be hearing it. So either you have to go away from there, or you have to get habituated with that. So sometimes you have to get habituated with that. That is what it is. Now take responsibilities of your actions and life. Be the master of your life, health, and destiny. So from today onwards, take your life in your hands and change your destiny. Find purpose in your life and day-to-day activities. In whatever you do in a day, try to have a certain purpose in doing that. Enjoy whatever you are doing in life. and achieve small achievable targets, small targets. See, my exercises are not going to make you Arnold Schwarzenegger or someone very good physique or bodybuilder, but I want to make you healthy, and you can take care of your own work, your own activities with a lot of energy and a lot of youth in what you're doing. So you can do small achievable targets every day. Never lose focus in your life. So if you want something, if you do something, never lose sight of that. Be persistent in going after that. Okay? Then always focus on the positive side of things. Always focus on the positive side of things. Why I'm telling is that if you look at someone, you always focus on the virtues of the others and never on the vices. You look at anything in life, if there is a light, there is a darkness. So God has created a world which is not perfect, and imperfection and unpredictability makes the life interesting. So if every day becomes predictable, if every day becomes, it becomes a very mundane, so life becomes very boring. So all these imperfections, unpredictability makes our life interesting. And the combination of the brightness and the darkness gives an eternal harmony. And when you look at one object, for example, if you are seeing the bright side of the moon, the other dark side you are not seeing, but moon has got a dark side too. Like that, for every person in this world, for every individual, for every material to look into their dark side and a bright side. Look at the bright side of things. So never feel bad about unfortunate happenings in life. A fresh morning comes after the darkest nights. So whenever you feel that this is the worst part of your life, then your best part is going to be started. Why I'm telling you is this. Say, for example, in a night, you feel a dark night, a very, horrible ideas. You feel, just like a horror movie. You are watching all these things in front of you, and you feel, too much depressed. Then naturally, the morning is going to come. After the darkest nights, morning comes. For naturally, you are going to have a fine morning, a fine starting of your life. So always think that your chance is going to come. A parent hardly appreciates the 60% secured by the child, but grumbles about 40% that was not got. So when a child approaches the father or a mother, they always expect the child to do good. So getting 100% out of 100. But see, 60% the child has secured. We have to be happy with that. We should not look at grumble at the 40% the child has not got. So appreciation makes someone work harder. If you appreciate there, the child may even do better the next time. So you always see the dark spot in a whiteboard. See, if this is a whiteboard, if you write there in a whiteboard, if you put a dark spot and ask the people, what is it? Then he will say, there is a dark spot there. The whole expanse of the whiteboard, the people will not notice. Only the dark spot in the whiteboard, people will notice. That is it. So a half-filled glass be taken as half full rather than half empty. So when you look at a half-filled glass, people will say this is half empty, but you think that is half full. This is something which everyone has already heard about, but we didn't practice it. But from today onwards, everybody knows it, but let us practice it. Let us try to appreciate whatever we have and not grumble about what we don't have. And there always a bright and dark side of any object. So talk positive. Happiness is a habit, culture it. So happiness, it is just a habit. We have to keep on culturing it. And if you create positive energy by talking positive, people will like you. Okay? Then be enthusiastic about what you do and what others do. Be enthusiastic. Whatever you do, be enthusiastic. Then it will draw other people into that. It's a positive energy. Enthusiasm creates positive energy, right? And visualize yourself with the good endings even in adversity. If you are having a problem right now, but you visualize yourself to overcome that problem, you come out of that just like that. Now even if you are having a bad shape of your health. You visualize yourself to be having a very good health later on. Then you work on that, then definitely you will achieve. Visualize yourself with healthy, fit, and young, and start change in your lifestyle. That is it. Now stop complaining. Think about solutions. Let us always think about solutions. No one likes complaining and whining. Accept a condition and situation that cannot be changed. Find humor in hopeless situations. Find humor. People like humorous people. That is why Mr. Bean and Charlie Chaplin, they are hits everywhere. So we like TV channels also where there are a lot of laughter and comedy. We don't like tragedy, tragic happenings. Okay? So stay away from people who talk negative. Because a positive thinking people about a dozen can be poisoned by a single negative thinking person. So a negative person can poison many people. So always run away from a negative person, and it is just like burning coils. If you keep on putting burning coals together, it will keep on burning. But if you put out a burning coal away from the flock and keep it somewhere else, it will definitely lose its fire. So that is it. Now focus. There are 5 ways to improve decision making. Consider what is at stake. Assemble facts. Identify alternatives. Explore pros, cons, and risks, and choose best path and take action on that. So plan your moves. Just like you are looking at someone about to climb in the mountain top, and if you stay at the foot of the hill and think that, oh, it's too lofty, I cannot go up there. So that is a negative thinking. You go one step ahead, and later on you can achieve what you can. So once you have in your mind a target, you focus on that and keep on going. Perseverance is very much important. You have to keep on applying your ideas, your energy, and your time so that you can achieve. Thank you very much. See you next week to the next episode of how to stay young, healthy, and fit forever. Thank you. Bye-bye.